Hello and welcome back to the Babenbergs. We are gearing up for a crusade against Jerusalem, but before we get to it, I want to answer a question from the comments. Can you please cite a source or something on this? You are the only person I've ever seen or heard consistently posit that you don't need a guardian and that the court tutor somehow educates them on their own without being designated. Yes, person from the comments, I can give you a source. The source is the tooltip in the game. We have a look at tutor, acts as guardian for children without one. Now, I think they added this in when they did the overhaul of the court positions, where they added a whole bunch of new stuff to them. And the main reason why they added this into the game is, prior to this, the way that you had to educate children in your court is every single child in your court had to individually be assigned a guardian, which is a huge amount of busy work if you're trying to make your courtiers' children good, because you'd have to assign a guardian to each and every one of them, which is just a huge amount of busy work, and nobody, realistically cares about courtier number 20's child, right? It would be nice if they had higher stats, but it's not really fun or engaging gameplay to have to set an individual guardian. So that's why they added it in here. Now, the question goes on to ask why you would want an individual guardian at all if, for instance, you had a genius as your court tutor. Well, one, you might not have a genius as your court tutor. It might be, you might end up in a situation where you can get somebody to educate your child who is a genius, but they won't accept an invitation to your court. That would be the obvious situation where you need an individual guardian. In our case, we don't need that because our court tutor is amazing. Another situation would be if you wanted them to get a prowess trait when they finish their education. For that, you would need to have them be in a culture that had finished the knighthood innovation, which if you're behind on cultural tech, you might not be able to do within your own court. Or your court tutor may be of a culture that doesn't have that innovation, right? That would mean that effectively you couldn't... that would mean effectively you couldn't get that prowess trait through your court tutor. You may also want to change your heirs' culture. You may want them to be educated by somebody in order to gain some opinion with somebody else. There's a whole bunch of reasons why you might want an individual educator. But realistically, you only really want it for your heir or your spare. You don't really care about anyone else, which is why they changed this. This used to tell you about all of your children. This now only tells you about children who are directly in line of succession, because they're the only ones you likely care about assigning an individual guardian to, if you actually care. Now, we did assign our court tutor as an individual guardian to our player heir and to our first daughter previously. The reason why I did this is in case she leaves our court. She is still a genius, so in case she has a reason to leave court, I still want her to educate our children, because she is a genius and her educating our children would be really good, right? So that's the reason why I specifically set her as an educator. But for Robert von Babenberg here, I don't really have any reason to. It's absolutely fine. Oh, the other reason you might want a different educator, on top of this, personality traits. Because she will also pass on her personality traits, which if we have a look at our son, and we have a look at, Otto here, you'll see not necessarily the best thing. That is not led to our son being the best version of himself that he could be. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of reasons why you'd want to set an individual guardian. Now, I mentioned that you may want them educated by someone who had the knighthood innovation if you wanted a prowess trait. Well, I thought, wait a second, our son is doing a martial education. He's already had most of his yearly rolls for education because he's 14. Maybe we set him as somebody, we set him up with an educator who is a knight for his last year so he can get the knighthood innovation trait. So I thought, okay, let's see if, our culture doesn't have knighthood innovation. Let's see if any culture does. So innovations are the tech in here. We don't have it. And as far as I can see, nobody else has it. Oh, I actually managed to leave there, but it's in the on the wrong screen. But look at this. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. Like, over here, like, they've almost got it, but they don't have it. They don't have it, and they don't have it, and they don't have it, right? You might be like, okay, why are you making this point that nobody has that innovation? Like, what's the point here? Why are you telling me this? Well, the reason I'm telling you this is, according to the wiki, that's how you get the knighthood. That's how you get the knighthood prowess traits. But if we have a look here, you'll see that a lot of people actually already have that trait, which I guess means that the game is generating them with this trait, even though they can't have been educated by someone who has a culture who's already unlocked it, as there are none. Just thought that was an interesting thing. It's like, oh, yeah, the game's just generating courtiers with traits that they can't have. Weird. Unless there's another way of gaining it, which there probably is, knowing this game. So, anyway. Just some weirdness there. Anyway, how long still have we got till this? 12 months? We go on a little hunt. Yeah, I guess so. That seems fine. We also have a ton of money. We could... I just saw commission artifact. We could commission an artifact. I mean, we've got some slots free. Maybe we can commission some armor. I mean, we don't currently have any. Yeah, let's commission some armor. Cool. What do I want? You will not regret supporting me, my lady. My beneficiary, Christine. She just generated it. Wait, is she already in our court? Or she just generated out of nowhere? Is she the person who was in our court with insane intrigue, or is she like another person? She's another person. Sorry, that was Christina with an H. This is Christina without one. I mean, completely different people, obviously. Okay. But yeah, she's just been generated out of nowhere. My beneficiary, Christina, assures me she will create a masterpiece, but also that my input is valued. Please tell me, what type of armor do I desire? Flexible chainmail, not very flashy, but dependable. Dependable scale armor is what I need. Okay. I'm sure these are all, like, talking about some stat in the background that you can get. Flexible armor that offers great protection to a great price. Or I trust your judgment. I don't know. I guess I trust your judgment. I don't know what type of armor I want. You choose. Right. Oh, I was going to hold my hunt. My lady, the work on your precious artifact is proceeding well. My beneficiary, Christina, seems in a very good mood today. I'm not making any promises, but if I manage to produce a true masterpiece, what idea would you like to guide my hand? To cause more casualties to them and less to us? To encourage my knights to greatness? Or whatever? I would love a knight-related modifier. I think that sounds good. Also, we should hold a hunt. Yeah. Falconry, because that's what we've been working on. We'll hold it in Babenberg, because that's where we've been holding these. Do I want to increase my success chance? Yeah. I guess I could. I mean, we could spend extra. Do I actually care, though? Probably not. Yeah, let's just keep this small. This is just a quick, small hunt. I'm going to manage my guests, so I'm just going to close that. Let's manage my guests here. So let's take out friends as well. Actually, we'll leave them in for now. Let's take out confederates. Court hunters can come. Nearby adventurers, no. Lovers, no. There, no. Close family, no. Liege, no. Suzerain, vassal. Actually, vassals maybe, but fellow vassals, no. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. So what's the longest that someone's going to take? Like 30 days? Yeah, okay. If I said that I would like to have my... Well, we're already limited on people who can turn up because only 20 will be invited, so... yeah, you know what? That's fine. This works for me. Yep, let's just do that. Right, let's start. And off we go. The Womb of the Earth. The fields of Rothenburg are a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem luscious. I quickly tracked down the source of the verdancy, spotting a woman standing in a field, seemingly holding a lecture of some sort to a gathering of listeners. My name is Mistress Guntrud. She notices me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast, yes, incomparably vast, so stay a while and listen. Do I want to become a gardener? Yeah, it's like a really good trait. I'd like to be a gardener. I became down to earth for 10 years, further increasing my learning. Of course, that's what we wanted. Now we are making camp. Hey, new learning lifestyle perk. Spouse aids ward in studying learning, so I gain learning lifestyle experience. Huh, and I gain focus student for 4 years. Your spouse's average learning led to this windfall. Well, that's nice. Range betrothal, France. This would get me an alliance with the new Carling King of France. You would like my daughter Marie to marry Francois de Blois. Sure. Yeah. I think that seems fine. This is your father. I mean, that's a really good marriage for her, if we're thinking about it like that. The only problem we'd have is that potentially that means that we need an heir out of you or you fairly quickly, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. Alliance with France. We are French. Yeah, you know what? I accept it. Yeah, I accept that alliance. And I'm going to grab Know Thyself. Know Thyself is an incredible perk. I used to get this wrong because I got some wrong info, but let me explain how this works. It says, when death of natural causes is 1 year away, you will receive a warning. What this actually means is that the game has already rolled a death roll event for you, and you have died, right? Then it gives you a 1 year warning, right? It basically gives you 1 year extra of life. That's the way that it works. I used to think that it kind of locked in when you were going to die, but effectively what has happened is you have already died and it gives you 1 year extra, which is nice. Only of natural causes, of course. If you die in battle or whatever, this doesn't help you at all. But, you know, natural causes, it does help you, so that's good. Oh, yeah, it was also recommended that I pardon my son from being a witch, otherwise my liege can imprison him and execute him. Yeah, I will pardon him. Sure. Which it doesn't make any sense that I could pardon him, that my liege is like, oh yeah, I mean, like, she pardoned him, so therefore I can't do anything. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but, you know, whatever. By the way, Adalbert assembles a party as the sun rises over the camp in the woodlands near Babenberg. With any luck, we'll find a bevy of quails, and our hawks will have great sport. Sure, I'll go for the quails. That seems fine. The Gift Giver. Neighbours' war resolved. So Guntbert of Salzburg is won against Gunther of Tyrol in the Salzburgian claim, so Salzburg is expanded. My hawk takes a perch and keenly spies across the landscape. In a flash, the bird descends upon something and turns to a frenzy once it has reached its prey. It pecks and claws at something on the ground, though I can't see what. I hurry over to the frantic screeching hawk and find it hawking not over a dead beast, but a small collection of coins and trinkets. The value doesn't seem to be too extravagant, but I'm sure I wouldn't be able to find the original owner even if I wanted to. Find me 50 gold, that's paid for half the hunt. My hawk has completely disappeared from view, and looking all around the landscape I see nothing. Then I hear it screeching out for me and I find it perched with blood dripping from its talons, though there was no sign of any other beast nearby. Clearly my hawk has gotten into a fight with something too big for it to take on by itself, and it must be nearby. Let's find this beast. It's a learning stewardship challenge, so I mean we're probably going to succeed heavily at it because our learning is insane. Yes, we did. Inspiration, a friendly word. My friend Duke Eustache stops me in the hall with a beaming smile. Ah, there you are, Haley Ermengarde. I've just spoken to Christina. I heard she is making scale armor for you. I couldn't resist a visit to her armory. I talked to her about how to meet your expectations. I think you will like the results. You've made the artifact worse. Yeah, thanks. Really appreciate that. Taking wing. My friend Count Garbold signals to the party to hush. We've arrived at the release spot set out by the Game Masters. From our vantage point we can see several speckled quails strutting about the leafy bushes ahead. The beaters will soon be in position ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. 62% success chance. And on top of the world, I release my hawk, but instead of flying straight and true, the foolish beast just flaps to the nearest forest and perches there. It looks back at me with those blank, unfeeling eyes, as if it hasn't just embarrassed me in front of the entire hunting party. I call for it to get down from there and get nothing back but the stifled laughter of my fellow hunters. I can climb up there myself, which I will not succeed at, or I have faith in my hawk's training. I have faith. It worked. Fantastic. And I watch as my hawk identifies a target and takes wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. The quails are none the wiser. My hawk scans the ground from high above. It swoops like a bolt of lightning. The quarry scrambles for cover, but it is already too late. We've succeeded. Wonderful, and we got a quail feather. I shall give that to Duke Herman, because quail feathers are not very good. And we got even more experience in Falconer, which has gone up quite a lot since we started, but still not really that much. So, there we go. And then we are back. How long till this? 8 months. That only took 4 months to do. Alright, well, there you go. How are we looking on the whole hunter trait? We're getting there. Falconer takes so long to go up. I guess it's because you don't actually catch anything, so you don't get the big bonus at the end. I want to repair this. I mean, I have the money. I don't really care about it, though. I'm kind of happy to just let it die. Yeah, that's fine. What building is disabled in Ottoberg, by the way? I do not have the title Bavaria. That's true, I do not. Okay, well, that makes sense that it's disabled then. Alright. When does my truce with you run out? It must be soon. Truce runs out in 42 days. Oh, cool. I'll just wait for that then. There we go. Oh, I'm invited to this guy's feast. He's invited me to so many feasts. I think this is the same guy who's invited... Yeah, it is the same guy inviting me to all the other feasts. No, I'm not going to go. And it looks like you're not going to go either, looking at the way that you're shivering. Right. My truce with you is done, right? Let me just confirm. No truce? 1 day. There we go. No truce. That is now gone. There is no truce. You. Can I revoke your title because it is de jure my capital? No. Okay, well, there you go. Seems pretty straightforward. Cannot revoke it because it's de jure my capital. It just will not happen. So, I need to get that claim, which is fine because I get it in 45 days. So, we'll simply wait. A faction has targeted me for Count Farbert for the Austrian throne. How strong is it? Not strong would be how I'd describe that. Okay, to see if we can improve our men at arms, which we can. Breaking fast with a friend. I'm on my way to church one morning when I run into Catherine, who is carrying a small bag. Glancing around, she conspiratorially opens it, revealing all sorts of food and drink. It is such a beautiful day. Come join me outside for a morning picnic, she says. As I start protesting I'm on my way to the church, Catherine interrupts me. God will still be there later, but these entrements won't. God is more important than breakfast. Okay. Do I want a claim? Yeah, I want my claim. Thank you very much for the claim. I really appreciate you getting me that claim. Even if it did take you 5 years. So now I should be able to revoke this. Because I have a claim on it. He will be very, very unhappy I'm revoking his title. But at the same time, he will give it to me because it's my de jure capital. I have a valid claim, so that's plus 80. I'm stronger than he is. He likes me, and he's trusting. So yes, this is now my title. Cool. So I now have that title. Let me check my decisions. It is there. Form the Archduchy of Austria. Okay, so we get all of this stuff, including the primogeniture stuff, which is all good. I already have the hook on Kaiser Lambert if we do it on this character. That's interesting. But yeah, we can do that. All I need to do is completely control the region of Austria. Ah, so that's not quite the same as have Steiermark. Let's hold the region of Austria. Now, the region of Austria is Austria plus Steiermark, but it is slightly different in terms of how it's written. Now, what's the difference for us in reality? The difference for us in reality is that it means that we don't need the title. We could take the individual holdings, and then that would allow us to create it. Although we can't do either because we're currently allied with Steiermark. But anyway, you have a strong... oh, wait a second. It says you have an available strong hook on Kaiser Lambert. So my weak hook wouldn't do anything. I need a strong hook. Okay. And I need to have high or absolute crown authority. So there's still quite a lot in the way, actually, but yeah, we actually see it now, which is cool. Now, this is going to be our capital. There's no question. This is going to be our capital. Can I move it? You cannot move your realm capital to a disabled holding. Why is it disabled? Let me just wait a day. It's disabled because I'm over my domain limit. Ah, okay. That's kind of awkward. Let me just figure out what we want to do here then. Well, Floridsdorf here we could probably give away. We could give away Dornberg again, because Dornberg is now going to be the secondary holding in Ottoberg. Falkenstein. Well, what's not worth holding here? Like, Dornberg is not very good currently. We could give it away. Falkenstein is by far our worst holding. Floridsdorf actually looks like it's going to be pretty good. Okay. Let's give away Dornberg. I'm going to give that to... Yeah, do I have any, like, family members who are unimportant? Not Otto, because Otto is currently in line for that crusade spot. I could give... Can I give it to my mother? Nope. Alright then. Hey, there's another reason to switch from male preference. Because you can't grant them titles, which is a bit of a problem. Right. That's the wrong one. I want to go Dornberg, grant title. Actually, do we have anyone else? I'm just trying to find somebody who makes sense to give the title to. Like somebody who has some connection to something. If I give you the title, are you still able to be my noble gameskeeper? I could temporarily give you Dornberg, right? You know, I'm kind of interested. I wonder whether he will become... I wonder whether he'll stop being my gameskeeper. Let's see. Ah, he's no longer eligible to be master of the hunt. Okay, that's fine though, but he's still my gameskeeper. Yes, a noble gamekeeper. So I guess that can be Otto for now. Sort by aptitude. Where's Otto? Is Otto even like slightly good at this, or is he Otto actually utter garbage at this? Otto's not eligible. Oh no, there he is. He's excellent. I just completely missed it. I must have scrolled down. He's actually fantastic at it. Good job, Otto. Right, so that's fine. So we're giving away Dornberg, mostly out of just an experiment. And Falkenstein. Again, I could give it to my family members, but let's just try and find somebody to give it to. Maybe I'll give it to my master of the horse here, who's been around for a while. We'll give him this land. Yeah, you can have Falkenstein. Right. Oh, we get to see his face. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. And we can have a new master of the horse, who's going to be Beckard of Deggendorf. Sure. You can now fulfill that role. Right. That's fine. On pause, I guess. Just wait for the crusade. Just thinking about it. Oh, this shouldn't be disabled anymore. That's the thing that's going to change. Like, if I wait a day, this shouldn't be disabled. Wait a month? It's still disabled? Why? Will re-enable in level 11 months or when no longer above my domain limit. I'm no longer above my domain limit. Why is it still disabled? Armillary sphere has been discovered, which is good because we're about to get on boats. Gives you naval speed. Neighboring ruler won a war. For Fulop won a war. A holy war. Okay. Right. Hey, it's enabled. So I can now make this my capital. Nice. So this is now my capital. And I'll just get you to promote... Oh, you're already promoting cultural acceptance here. That's fine. I'll get you to promote cultural acceptance back on the capital. That's fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's all fine. And now that this is my capital, we now get the capital bonuses in it. Although I should also raise control in this holding now that I think about it. Yeah. But we now get the capital bonus of it getting an extra +1 in gold, which then gets multiplied by all of the multipliers that this thing has. This appears to be a gold generating holding as well, which is good. Okay, university. To get here, we need to have development of at least 30, and then we can do it. Alright, so this is kind of like my main goal as a character now at this point, is to get this university done. Alright, that seems fine. Right, that's still upgrading, so that's okay. Yeah, I think we'll just chill for a second or two. Wait for the armor to finish. Not really anything I want to do. I kind of just want the crusade to start. 25 days. Duke Emo has died of Nordgau. He was our friend. He died of mysterious circumstances. His daughter Guntrud is now in charge of the Folkwolding Parsbergs. Alright. Well, it's not really, I don't really think we need to follow her, but yeah, it's kind of, you know, upsetting that he died, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I care too much about her currently, so yeah, that's fine. Let's continue chilling. Crusade for Jerusalem. So, a bunch of money and stuff gets divided. And now we get to go on our crusade. So, let's move our rally point over here. Actually, let's just check that I have some people stationed. So yeah, you're going to station there. You're unstationed. You're going to station there for now. Okay. So, let's raise all of our men-at-arms. Or all of our troops, I guess. And let's go to war. Let's go speed 4. Okay. There we go. We have an organizer in charge. Are we happy with that? Could also buy this guy if I wanted to. He's just a person who happens to be in my court. He seems actually really good. Nah, I don't need him. That's fine. I was just thinking about it. Nah, I don't need him. Get on the boats here. Yep, that seems fine. We're invited to Margrave Guntbald Feast in Salzburg. I guess we could go. Yeah, there's not really any reason not to go to this one. Are you the same? Yeah, you are the same dynasty, aren't you? Yeah, you're. Yeah, because it was split on success. When you died, it was split between a couple of people. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go to your feast, which is weirdly over there, but that kind of makes sense. Sure. Let's join the feast. Let's go. Right. And now we're heading down here. I was also wondering if I wanted to rename Floridsdorf or something like that. I think we might rename the new holding we get to something for our character. Right. Maybe give it a purpose that fits our character's purpose. Like maybe fill it with, I don't know, things that would be good for our character. 6 months till that begins, by the way. Friedrich II of Bohemia has just died, which means there's about to be a coronation that we're not going to be able to go to. Do we have an alliance with you? We had an alliance with Friedrich, but we have no way to get an alliance with you. I forgot where the alliance with Friedrich came from. I think it's one of our children marrying with their children. Oh, it was from Robert marrying you. So I will still get an alliance. I just need to wait for this marriage to go through. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and then King Zestita. Okay. Inspiration realized. My lady, my beneficiary Christina waves me over to her covered armor stand. She is trying hard to keep her professional demeanor, but I can see the fire in her eyes as she tells me her work is done. With a flourish, she rips the fabric covering away. My eyes grow wide. The armor is constructed from excellently crafted iron scales that are fastened to a backing of leather. The set includes a Spangen helm and an aventail. The whole armor has been decorated with copper inlays, displaying a repeating image of the Babenberg coat of arms. Magnificent. It's very fine, apparently, although it's quite clearly just garbage, but it's very fine. I'm very happy to have the French illustrious scale armor, which we are instead going to call something else. I don't know. Wait, oh, I can only edit it in this side bit. I see. I don't know. the... I would just thinking of how I want to rename it here. I don't know. Might just do that. There we go. That's fine. Let's go. We've lost our court jester. Okay, cool. Clear these out. And let's make our way to the coast. Steal artifact, stolen artifact. Today I took a fancy to admire my tusk of the Munchen boar. But to my horror, I found it gone. Gone! After some feverish investigation, a servant comes forward saying that Lord Hemming of the Pike Bearers orchestrated the brazen theft. Indeed, it's said he often waxed about how much better the tusk of the Munchen boar would look in his possession. You have become my #1 rival in life. Curse that despicable thief. You know what? We're going to do exactly what we do to everyone else who steals our stuff. I was going to say request their excommunication. Apparently they love him. How can I can't act? I have no ways of acting against him except for murder. I can send him a poem about how much work detailing his incompetence. I'm going to send him a poem. He was humiliated. Yeah, that'll show him. I mean, it's not even a good thing that they stole. It's just annoying they stole it. I'm more annoyed that they did it than that they actually, than losing the thing. Council invitation. Greetings, my precepted vassal. You have been a loyal and devoted subject, and I wish to reward you for your service. In recognition of this, I am hereby offering you the position of Chancellor of the Holy Roman Empire. Signed, Kaiser Lambert of the Holy Roman Empire. Yes, I can't help but notice you just went to war with my ally of France. It is your war for Brabant. Oh, okay, so up here. So for this bit. Huh. Well, I can't join that war, obviously, because I'm his vassal. But yeah, we are now on our liege's council, which does come with bonuses. We get prestige, fellow vassal opinion, and monthly diplomacy lifestyle experience, if we had any diplomacy lifestyle experience. Cool, we're on our liege's council. Is anyone voting for us, by the way, to become the Holy Roman Emperor? I'm just curious. Not that I want it, because I don't, but is anyone voting for us? Are we even eligible? I'm getting the feeling that because I haven't seen a woman here that we are not in fact eligible. Which I think is the case, yes. Okay. Cool. Well, carrying on. Let's go, I don't know, speed 5. On the boats. Are they all yeah, they're all merging up over here with the Pope first. Okay. I'm gonna go join you over here in this bit of the sea. I think this is a change that they made. Yeah. Wait, you've now... Wait, how did Schomburg get this Tusk of the Munchen boar? How did you get that artifact? Wait. How did that happen? History? Wait a second. So... You stole it. But yeah, then you inherited it. But like, how did Garibald get it? How did my friend Garibald get it? Wait, also, hasn't he been dead for... Did he just die? Yes, he died today. In fact, we haven't even got a message about him dying yet. So I guess that he stole it for him. So that must have been like a contract. So he stole it for him, and it didn't put in a thing where he gave it over. Then you've now inherited it. So I need to take my artifact back from you. Apparently it's very easy. Okay, I'm going to steal my artifact back. Let's get some people in here. Also, I need a new marshal. Are you any good at marshal? Nope. You're kind of okay at spy mastery. Are you any good at marshal? Yeah, you're fine, I guess. You're our powerful vassal. Okay, let's put in the 13 marshal guy. Then we'll reassign you. We'll put in the 14 intrigue guy, and then we can put you in as the 20 diplomacy guy. Right. We managed to rearrange everything. Right. Yes. The scheme. So you're going to join. You're all in on it. Okay. Next one who's going to join is Heike the Silly. Then Freya. Then Lothar. So it's only 18-day phases. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think the lowest is 10, right? Yeah, minimum's 10, so that's like pretty solid. With 77% secrecy. Yeah, this is going to be easy. It's like we're stealing from a child. Which we, I think we literally are. Yup. Alright, cool. But yeah, this is a change they made to Crusades a while back. Where they now merge up here rather than trying to merge up, like, at the Crusade target and get destroyed when landing. Maria died. Uh-huh. She was the person who beat me at a board game? Yeah, and then I excommunicated her? I think that was right. Or was she excommunicated then she beat me at a board game? Anyway, she's dead and I'm not going to carry on the grudge to the next generation. Otto comes of age. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child but as an adult. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Otto is done well in his studies of war and combat. He's shown great aptitude in both battle tactics and management of the armies. He will make a fine commander one day. His betrothed still needs 4 years till she comes of age and we can get a marriage. He is a skilled tactician and he's reckless. So his marshal should be good. And Marie came of age. She is an intricate web weaver. Always a clever child, Marie proved time and time again over the course of her studies that she had natural affinity for careful planning and more little misdirection. She now knows a lot of ways to get what she wants. Most importantly, she is highly aware of the political implications of those wants. Okay, and a warm welcome. Let's went forward a couple of days and then stopped so I can go and have a look here. Your marshal? Those stats are not bad, necessarily. This is betrothed can marry, which we're of course going to accept. Yeah, as we said yes to it. Arranged betrothal. Bertold Itikthon Basil would like to marry Ermengarde, my daughter. So this is Duke Bertold the Corrupt of Corezia, who would like an alliance here. They're very close, which is a positive. He is the heir. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, like, it seems like a good enough marriage. Oh, except for the fact that you're familial. No, actually, I've looked at your number of sins. I think I decline you on our characters' like personal beliefs here. Now we get mental resilience, 3 years between mental breaks. And we continue waiting for the crusade. A plague of rumors. My liege, I've heard a rumor of a plague called Fulops boils, Catherine says worriedly, said to be rampant in the Empire of Carpathia, with the victims being besieged by red spots. Not even the roast swan can take my mind off of it. We can pray for Carpathia, or don't worry, it'll never come here. Let's pray for Carpathia. Also, yes, it won't come here. That's fine. In here? Is there anything more jovial than a feast? This is the generic feast event, where we choose which one of these things we would like. I would choose good folk to mingle with here. And get the opinion with people. Right. That's good. The dilemma. The feast is dwindling down, and I found myself deep in conversation with my unsubtle vassal, or fellow vassal, Prince Bishop Dietrich. He inquires about my opinion on theological treaties, a subject he is deeply interested in himself. Well, it's a subject that fascinates me. I made a friend. Oh. Dietrich of Ravenna, who does have children, interestingly. Cool. Right. That's fine. In awe. After extensive conversation over our delectable dishes, Prince Archbishop Vladislav expresses that he finds me most learned and wise, and that my utterances are almost of estimable worth to those less well-read than I. Wait a second, this is this dude who's invited us to 3 or 4 feasts, and he's now sought us out at a completely unrelated feast. No, get him away from us. I have a bad feeling about him. He's odd. Right. As the feast winds to its inevitable conclusion, there's one event remaining that everyone is expecting. That's Margrave Guntbald's toast to the guest of honour, Mayor Rothard. It's a decent speech, if a bit long-winded, but that's usually how these things go. The assembled guests clap and whoop politely when it finishes, some more enthusiastically than others. Here, whatever. Right, time to go. We shall depart. The art of merrymaking. Wine, ale, fine food, what better relief from the troubles of the world is there than a night of revelry? As each feast ends, I find myself planning the next. I can become an eager reveler, but because I'm shy, it's not something that I'm into or I have other pursuits. It's only a little bit of stress. I'm going to take it. We'll become an eager reveler for now. Right. Trailside Bond. While traversing a challenging path in Styr, I hear laughter ahead. My personal physician Catherine and my guest Browen are working together to cross a snowmelt river. Catherine, your idea to build a makeshift bridge was brilliant, exclaims Browen. Catherine replies with a chuckle, and your quick thinking of those long grasses tied it all together. I think we're seeing the start of a new friendship. Wonderful. Do you want to marry Browen? Where is Browen? He's one of my guests, right? Let's just see if we can do that. Yeah, why don't you marry Catherine? Can Catherine even marry? I say now with the... Wait, where's Catherine? She's something to me. Yeah, why can you not marry Browen? You know what? I just figured out the reason. We can fix this from the other screen. Be easier here. There we go. Right. You're going to marry. Matrilineally. He doesn't want to accept. Because marriage will have low fertility. Alright. Well, there you go. We've arrived home. Wonderful. You guys okay there? I'm just going to land here if that's alright with you. Sometimes I hate the AI. I land and then they're like, well, time to leave. Dita died. How did he die? Slain in a duel by this guy. Which now means that you are the new king of Bohemia. Oh, okay. Which means that we're gonna marry his aunt, which might get us an alliance still. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Right. Pay another 50 gold to get back on the boats. Call to war. To the perceptive Haley Ermengarde, I call on you to honour our alliance and join me in the war for Isabeau's claim on the Kingdom of France. Well, I'm definitely going to accept because we are your ally and it's a defensive war, but I do have to go to the crusade first. So I'm going to go to the crusade first. An agent was removed from my scheme. Let's just tick that. Also, I'm going to fire the scheme. So just wait a second, then I'm going to fire it. Yep. We've stolen the artifact back. I feel a great rush of pride and can't help but grin as I'm presented with the artifact I've sought to reclaim. The tusk of the Munchen boar returns to its rightful owner. Though it's perhaps slightly scuffed and dirty from the travails of rescue, I can't help tracing my fingers over the luxurious surface of the stolen item. The tusk of the Munchen boar, a fine prize. Aha! I've stolen my thing back again. Wonderful. That's what I like to see. And then we will put it back there. Wonderful. And that seems like a good point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.